A gold-embossed invitation to Royal Ascot arrives for Princess Beatrice. Hours later, a secondary notification from the Lord Chamberlain's office renders the card void. This cycle defines the current status of the York sisters. Names that appear and vanish from guest lists without explanation. Biographer Andrew Lowney notes that Beatrice and Eugenie have become tactical markers, moved across the board to signal the crown's current distance from Prince Andrew. In the 1860s, Queen Victoria maintained control through similar, contradictory signals. She would grant Prince Alfred a state role in the morning and revoke it by nightfall to ensure his total dependency on her whim. In the 19th century, this was a tool for personal obedience. Today, it is a mechanism for institutional hygiene. The 2024 Easter service at Windsor provided the diagnostic. For the first time, the sisters were absent from the traditional family walk. They were informed their presence was suboptimal for the current optics. Visibility is no longer a birthright. It is a variable in a strategy defined by the clinical removal of reputational risk. The invitation for the upcoming royal procession remains active for now. It carries a silent condition. It can be rescinded at any hour if the legal conflict surrounding the Royal Lodge escalates. The sisters are in a state of permanent contingency. The next update is a matter of timing. King Charles sits at the mahogany desk in the King's Council chamber. His fountain pen positioned over the sovereign grant audit for the upcoming fiscal year. The document proposes the immediate withdrawal of the private security budget for Royal Lodge, a move that devalues the £30 million asset Beatrice and Eugenie were expected to inherit. The room is still, the only sound coming from the movement of heavy parchment across the green leather inlay. In the winter of 1864, Queen Victoria applied a similar administrative pressure. She signed Prince Alfred's naval commission, but withheld the formal ledger for his staff wages, leaving him with a rank he could not afford to inhabit. The Queen kept the prince in his uniform while the Treasury closed his accounts. The Public Accounts Committee has now requested a full disclosure of the York's peppercorn lease agreements. On the King's desk, these folders are stacked alongside a historical dossier detailing Sarah Ferguson's use of commercial endorsements to settle private debts. The audit marks the York residences for immediate repossession. Charles turns to the final page of the directive, where the space for the royal sign manual remains white and empty. He sets the fountain pen down beside the silver inkwell and looks at the gold clock on the mantel. The Charity Commission's formal inquiry into the anti-slavery collective concludes in the third quarter of next year. The focus remains on the financial disparity between administrative costs and program delivery, a metric that now dictates whether the sisters retain their remaining patronages. In November, Princess Beatrice is scheduled to address a private investment group in Riyadh. The travel manifest identifies her by her married name, Beatrice Mapelli Mozzi, omitting the HRH designation that usually precedes her arrival. The King's fountain pen remains on the desk. The sovereign grant audit for the next fiscal year sits open, with the security budget for Royal Lodge still awaiting a final signature. Without this funding, the perimeter of the estate will be handed over to a private security firm on the 1st of next month, ending 70 years of police protection for the residents. In the royal vaults, the registry of official gifts is being updated. A new entry records a gold and emerald necklace received by Princess Eugenie during a private consultation in the UAE. Under current guidelines, the piece cannot be worn at state events. It must either be surrendered to the royal collection or kept in a private safe. The decision on its status is due by Friday. Does stripping the Yorks of their status secure the King's legacy, or does it turn his own family into the crown's most unpredictable security risk? Share your thoughts below. Subscribe and like for more on the architecture of the crown.